just go to those two champions, because since I ascended them, they now, right in here, I know they are, there they are. They now can have space for an amulet, and this champion, based on skills, does have the decreased defense capability, so I would want to use accuracy, and has a decreased speed potential also. So I'll go in here and I'll go to my filter and I'll go to my primary stats of accuracy. It brings up the ones that'll work, and then I can quickly look. This one looks about the best. I could take a rank 6 and then attack, HP, and defense again real good. But I always like to go one with speed. You gotta have a lot of speed. So this is 9 points of speed, and this hasn't leveled up completely, but it could be 9 points of speed. So I equip that, and then I'll go ahead and upgrade that to level 12 real quick, just for saving. Actually, what I'll do is put it on pause, and I'll take it all the way to 16. So I took that one to level 16. I have several others that are ready, but in preparation for an artifact enhancement event, all the ones that you can get up to like levels 11 and 15 before the events, and then you can speed your game up. So like right here, all I have to do is take that up 1 point. Also, when you're getting ready for an artifact enhancement event, you want to have 10 million silver. That's just a good location to sit at. There's nothing really too crazy about that, but that way there's no question, are you going to have enough to do all the stuff that you need to. So with that being said, let's run over here real quick and just see what those two items did for me in the tournaments. Oop, not tournament, sorry about that. In this this artifact enhancement. So I took one from 0 or 12, I think it was at 12, to level 16. And then I took one to level 12, and it was only 1 point. So now I got all these the XP brews. And remember, we're trying to get 1,500 points. So easily 2 items. I'm going to take that other one up. So maybe 3 items to level 16 would be enough to get this 1,500 points on my main account. So here I'm going to put it on pause. I'm going to do up some more upgrading, and I'll show you what these points look like as far as the... Alright, so I finished equipping Royal Guard and Renegade. Renegade had 0 for armor, and I snagged some off a few other champions, but I did level up. I believe I leveled up all these right here, and a few, you know, whatever in this area. So she had none, and Royal Guard, I'd put her in a Savage set. So I moved her out of the Savage set, and I worked on her crit rate and crit damage. Now, the way I get her crit damage up to that 144 is primarily between crit rate and crit damage, gloves, and crit damage amulet. And you can see I can even take this up higher. So when you come down here and you look at the stats, crit rate, 67% of it comes from artifacts, and then, 109 comes, the crit damage, 109% comes from artifacts, and 25% from the Great Hall, and then 10% from the Mastery. So you can see it all adds up everywhere, and that got her to 204%. And then her crit rate, I just tried to find every single good piece of armor and level it up to get some crit rate increase on the substats, because that's another location you can search for that. So I can go in here and I can click on substats, and I can click on crit rate, and then I can look at the ones and say, okay, well that has crit rate of 3, so that attack would actually be pretty awesome. And depending if I want to drop the 12% bonus right here, so then I might even do that. I might say, well, hey, that's actually a really lucky draw, 21%. So you can see that the crit rate will go down by 1 here, but at the same time, what I can do is go, okay, well, what about, let's see if I have any gloves that are crit damage. And you can see I have this one at crit damage right here. It has a substat of crit damage, but I meant to say primary stats of crit damage. And you can see this one has crit damage here if I was lucky. So then I could even throw in my equipped ones and say, okay, well this one has crit damage of 65 and then 5% crit rate. So then you could see that that would be 5 plus the 21. I'd be up about 4 more percent. So this is where it all comes in, and all the playing around and stuff like that that you have to work through to get these things to work. So with that being said, and upgrading them most of the way, just those 2 champions, of 2 or 3 pieces to level 16, I got up to a total of 1649, so I overshot a little bit. So this one's done with those 3 that I took up there. So I think I started off with 12 or 14 millions. Let's say 12 million. If I did that, then I increased the score by 1600 and got my fragments. And because I had the silver, there's 2 ways to do it. You can have a ton of silver and go for it, or you can have a whole bunch of a whole bunch of armor at levels 11 and 15. So to save time and not to have to require so much during the events or tournaments, you can do it that way too. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you're successful in getting Ruel the Huntmaster, not Huntsman. Ruel the Huntmaster. Jeez, I still can't say it right. Well, thanks for watching today.